What's up, YouTube? This is TheBillyBobHD bringing you another Let's Play today. I've got some more Victoria 2 Heart of Darkness playing as Spain. We are still a great power, ranked number 8 in the world. We do have Cuba inside of our sphere. We're actually coming up on the United States, which, if you've been watching the series, look how crazy the U.S. looks. You've actually got an independent Colombia at this point that's broken off of British Canada and has eaten into, as well as Canada, have both eaten into the U.S.'s northern territories there. Wow, they even have New England taken over. Empire of Mexico still holds their original territories. You almost never see that either. We have started also colonizing Africa. You can see I'm actually, let's see, I'm in this area here and this area up here. We are going to be letting the Germans and the Italians fight over this piece here. And then you've got the British sort of expanding upwards this way along with the French. They're both fighting for territories sort of right here on the border. So let's see. This one will be done in June of 1876, so about 7 months away. And then this one will be done in April, so only about 5 months away. So let's go ahead and bump up the speed here. Gain repay debts casus belli on Hawaii. That would be interesting. Are they in anyone's sphere? They are still independent, I would think. Here we are. Yeah. No one's... okay, the U.S. are investing heavily into them. But they're still considered neutral at this point. We don't have the infamy. We don't have the infamy to take them over. How much would that be exactly? Go to war with the repay debts. It gets us 5 prestige, really. If we go to justify war conquest, it does cost a full 22 because they are a civilized nation. That's not worth the infamy right there. A subscriber had mentioned we should try to take Brunei, which is an excellent idea. Especially right here in Tarakan. Yeah, if we were to conquer the rest of this, we would get timber. Timber's been the main resource in the game that's driven me crazy. Hasn't really allowed me to expand my industry as quickly as we wanted. But the good news is here in homeland Spain that the railroads and stuff have been upgraded. And you can see we're actually short on timber over here, it looks like. Yeah, we're now short on timber because we've also been trying to expand naval bases. So I think that's actually a really good move after both of these finish up. It would give us a pretty big chunk of Africa there, and we can try to continue pushing eastward after picking up Brunei, because I don't think any of these provinces that I have actually supply any timber. No, these supply wheat, fruit, jingoism, wheat again, fish, and wool. So no wood down here in the desert. Makes sense. All pops in Castilla become 30% more in favor of laissez-faire. Yeah, we do want the laissez-faire. We do need to also pick a new research. Associativism. Either it's going to help my reinforcement and my regiment experience, so let's go ahead and grab that. Increase opinion in Madagascar. They were in my sphere earlier in the campaign, and we sort of lost them as we came out of being a great power. Who is on my heels exactly, though? Who's number 9? Belgium. So Belgium is my next closest competitor in terms of taking great power status from me. We have a score of 270. They have a score of 222. So we're actually in a pretty decent lead over Belgium. All pops in Castilla La Nueva become 30% more free trade. Yeah, sure. We can also probably update some of the military. I'm going to actually build some dragoons. Get some cavalry out there. I've pretty much only got infantry and artillery out there right now. Still 1876, so cavalry is still relative. Okay. We can go ahead and create Protectorate here. Done. We'll go ahead and upgrade it to a colony as well. Done. Very good. Spanish Africa. We still have no competition over here in this territory here, so that'll be good. So now let's look at Brunei. Go with the plan. Yeah, I want to make sure I have the timber now. Timber, sulfur. That would be good to have. Coffee. Okay. Well. Let's get it. Let's get it going. So that used up a bunch of my colonial power, but we do want to go ahead and get that. Ooh, I'm glad I did, because the British now have come up to take this little piece away from me. That's going to look so stupid. If you've seen my Dutch campaign, the same exact thing happened. It's almost like they were waiting for me to... It's like the AI was waiting for me to pick something so that it would go after it. The good news is the British are not competing with me just quite yet right there, so that's good. We could try to compete with them there, but not going to do it. Go back over to Africa now. We can actually take this one, create a protectorate. Yes! The map expands. One of my favorite things to see in this game is when your map expands. Alright. Slave state. Okay, so we will create a protectorate. I only have 67 colonial power left, so not quite enough to get a new territory going. I'm going to have to wait for Brunei to finish over in the Pacific, so we'll unpause it and let that start counting down. But that might be as far as I'm able to go for the moment. We've at least shut off the British and the French from the south here. If you look at the terrain map mode, yeah, I hold this big chunk here, so a lot of desert. But some decent provinces over here towards the coast. We are interested in the crisis. Romania. Or actually Transylvania. They're trying to create Transylvania. Germany is backing the formation of this. Romania acquires all states with cores and provinces against Austria-Hungary. Of course, we're going to go... Let's just go ahead and pick our side right off the bat. We're going to go with Germany there, since they're my ally. Assert our position. Or lose prestige. I'll take the one infamy hit. I hate that. No. Okay, so time for a new research. We'll get the Romanticism next, and then I'll probably go for Analytic Philosophy. God, we're so far behind. Go back to build an army. We'll get another Dragoon out there. And those should be forming up back up here. Yeah. Move this stack aside while we start a new one. Very good. Of course not. Gain 10 flashpoint tension. Or lose 21 prestige. No. We will not lose that prestige. Okay, Brunei should be finished, actually, in Borneo. So... The Dutch have also come after me now in competition. We have to wait till 1877, February 11th, in order to be able to bump up that investment one further. I hate that. But we need that timber, man. We need it. I'm not going to be able to upgrade my railroads any further or anything like that. So... yeah. Even though it's not a huge amount of timber, the German Empire has accepted the crisis offer. Okay, good. We won that crisis, basically. Spain, okay. Horrible, horrible industry. On Denmark. We've gained a casus belli against Denmark. And we're not going to screw around with the USA. That's what that last one was asking us to go up against the United States in order to get a place in the sun. I got a free casus belli. Okay, a couple things we can do now. Let's go back to Madagascar and increase opinion with you. So we're now up to friendly. And then we can also invest in our colony down here in Borneo once again. So we'll do that. After we've done that, actually, I think we should go back to Africa. Check this out. We could go to this one, Niger, or Sahara. I'm going to go to Niger and put a colonial point into that, so to try to shut out the French below us still to the south. Need to pick a new research, so if we go back to culture, I'm going to go with analytic philosophy, just because that's going to help out my research points even further. Oh, okay. We also need to go back to the politics tab, because I'm going to change the government back over to this one. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow me to open back up a lot of my industry. So if I go like this, and it also allows us to subsidize the industry. Work harder, work smarter. I like working smarter a lot better than working harder. Open up some of these factories again. Some of these factories have been upgraded already. And it costs me money to do this, but the good news is we've got plenty of money. And I want to make sure I subsidize there in Granada. Yeah. Okay. That works out. We're losing the race in Borneo. How's that even possible? That drives me crazy. And we actually do have enough colonial... Well, I'm actually going to save that colonial power to try to win this race out in Borneo. 1878. In May. What is going on here? French liberation of... Oh, wow. Russian liberation. So the Germans went to war, in a pretty big one, against everybody. We didn't make it in time to get to the... I think we just lucked out big time. It did cost me a shit ton of prestige, though. It cost us about 40 prestige. We're not in the war, but everyone has ganged up on Germany there. Everyone. Oh, they're screwed. So, good thing we did not go in. I think that was the best choice in terms of just survival, because they tried to call us into both of these wars here. French liberation of blah, blah, blah. Russian liberation of Wopolski. So, Germany getting ready to have a big chunk of themselves taken out. That means I currently don't have an ally either, so it kind of puts us in a rough spot. If more people came in, it would have been better, because we could have gone up against France. We could have come up against France. We could have tried to take Barcelona back, but it's just not safe. It is not safe to do that right now. So, press the pause button again, because now we have to go back here. Ah, we're behind. We're potentially going to lose that. We'll go ahead and create a protectorate there. And go ahead and make it a province. That boosted my prestige up a bunch. Back to where it was kind of before all of the bullcrap happened. I'm almost wondering, does it make sense? Does it make sense to... Okay, Germany ended up winning this piece. I didn't notice that before. Morocco still handled by the British. Algeria still handled by the French. Do we withdraw in Borneo, even though we're not going to get any timber out of it? Just from a sake of colonial power? All of this stuff is fruit through here. Interesting. Alright. Back to this. Rebels have risen against our sphere members, Cuba. What's happening in Cuba? Okay. First Spanish Citizen Guard. Interesting. I wonder if they will come over to me. Them being Spanish. We'll see. That'd be awesome if they rebelled and joined the Empire once again. Germany now asking for military access. I will give them that. Just to try to repair relations, because we're going to want to try to grab another alliance with them as soon as this war is over, as soon as they just get destroyed up there. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go here. Wait, is that a separate territory? No, it's all considered Chad, I guess. That's just fog of war, then it's freaking me out a little bit. Alright, so continuing to work in Africa there. Lazive natives need to adapt. Oh, it looks like we won out in Borneo. That's great. That's great news. And I think that's because of that war that's currently going on. So this is good stuff. We'll finally create a protectorate here. And we'll tell it right off the bat to convert to a colonial province. Spanish Asia. That looks cool. Can't attack the Dutch, though, because they are sort of rolling with the Germans at this point. Just looking around really quickly. Okay, cool. British Australia is now independent, so it's pretty sweet, I guess. Oh, I can build units in Africa. That is convenient. I'm gonna build a couple of artilleries in Europe there. A couple of infantries to go along with them. Then in Africa, I want to almost go with 2 dragoons and an infantry in Africa to start out with. Pause it really quickly. Okay, everyone's asking me for military access, so actually that's not a big deal at all. Excellent farming efficiency, plus 50%. Okay, and we have a crisis. If we go to the crisis tab here, you've got Italy that's trying to back the formation of Romania coming out of Austria-Hungary. For this one, I'm just going to wait. They're allied with the French. The Germans are not a part of this at all. So for this one, I'm just going to wait and see what the stronger side ends up being, right? We will see, we will see. Alright, so we close that really quickly. Check on things. This one's going to be ready in 1879, so almost there, and in April. No competition there, so that's good. Is France currently at war? No, they're not. Alright, back to check on the crisis. I'm going to go against Italy at this time, just because it's the stronger side, and it'll let me sort of retain my prestige. And we actually got a 30 bump from that. So we definitely made the right political choice there. That was awesome. So the crisis is over. Back to watching our colonial stuff trying to go. Research points plus 100%. That's exactly what we needed. So now things are going to start moving a little bit faster. Bum, bum, bum. Our biggest export is fruit. So the whole, you know, I think it's time to start looking at the industry stuff. Start upgrading there. So we'll do that. And the commerce, try to bring up the industry more. It's my weakest feature of my country, basically, because it's ranked all the way at number 13 in the world, and we're currently number 7. We actually moved up to number 7 and overtook the USA because of that, and part of that is because they are at war, but, okay, at war with the Empire of Mexico and Colombia. And they have a pretty big rebellion on their hands, too. Wow, USA, man. That is crazy. Britain just killing the USA. UK is the... lose 10 prestige. Okay, the expedition we sent out did not work out. Had the ammunition factory closed, but we'll open that back up. Okay, Madagascar can now be influenced by us, so we'll go there and do that. Add to sphere. Nice. Madagascar now into our sphere of influence. So, I have both Cuba and Madagascar. Is anyone chasing me in Cuba? The US could be. Doesn't look like it. Anyway, guys, that's where we're going to go ahead and end the episode. Thanks for watching. Again, this has been the Billy Bob HD. Please remember to like, subscribe, and or comment if you've enjoyed this content, and we'll catch you next time.